Strange time of living in panic and hysteria.
Can I do a freestyle for you, man?
Yeah, let me hear something.
All right. But I need your help because I'm going to go off top. So let me get 3 of the most creative, challenging words you can think of. No food and no animals.
Wait, bro, are you the dude on YouTube?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, I gotta charge you.
If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings, but you're pro-choice, abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying. All the
What's good, my Critty fam, and we're back. And today we got a little bit of a switch up again for you. Going down the list of suggestions. This is another suggestion from a loyal subscriber who's been watching since day one, bro. I told you I was gonna get to it. We just had to get through all the flooding of Ren, the new sensation on the internet in the UK, Ren. But we are going with the LA Leakers today with VAUGHN. I never even heard of VAUGHN. I never even heard of LA Leakers, to be true with you. But the beginning of the video, the guy to the right, I think I seen this guy react to a Harry Mack video. This is TDE's new signee, VAUGHN, delivers bars over Snoop Dogg's Lay Low. So I'm guessing he's going to freestyle over a beat. Probably what it looks like, be like a Sway in the Morning setup type deal. Like the host of the show, and then they bring an artist on and he spits a freestyle. But this is, for me, where I get to that line of where I put Harry Mack as the GOAT. Because when you can come on here and say it's a freestyle, yeah, maybe it could be a freestyle because it's not written down on paper or you didn't record it on a track. But that doesn't mean that you didn't, write it down and memorize it or type it into your phone if you want to be specific. Type it into your phone and memorize it. And then you go on there and you spit it for the first time. So it comes off as a freestyle because no one's heard it before. So technically you have no way of really truly knowing if he's literally doing it off the top of his head freestyle or it's a freestyle rap. He came up with it, delivered it, even if he didn't memorize it in the last 24 hours, he memorized it and delivered it. So technically it is a freestyle, but that's why I say Harry Mack is the GOAT, because he's freestyle rapping over different beats, different cadences, but the improv, they're giving him the words as he's going, and he's switching topics literally as he's rapping. And to do that just puts you at the next step, the next level for me, where they're not only delivering Harry a word and he rhymes it, he'll rhyme it and scheme it out like a word as simple as cup. Instead of just saying, something that rhymes with cup, like I got a new pup, a dog, I got a new puppy. He'll scheme that word out for however long you want him to go. Give him another word and he'll start scheming that word out. He could tie them all together and turn them into a song on the dime. Real life. So that's why I always put Harry a peg over everyone else, unless I can literally see them being fed the words or rapping about what they're seeing or looking at, their surroundings. So that's why I say Harry's the GOAT when it comes to the improv, real raw freestyle rapping. But TDE's new, I think TDE stands for Top Dog Entertainment. I could be wrong. Like I said, I never even heard of VAUGHN. 2 of the best freestyles I've ever heard on platforms like this, I'd say, were probably by Lil Dicky and Chris Webby. Lil Dicky's probably a lot more famous than Chris Webby, but goes to show you it's not the mainstream. For example, Drake, when Drake went on to Sway's Overtime, or Sway's 5 Fingers of Death, his freestyle, he was reading it off his BlackBerry. So right there, like put the whole blam on the 5 fingers of death. Like you're not freestyling it to these 5 different beats. You're just memorizing what you already wrote. Where Harry comes up with it, when Harry did, well, they put Harry on the Overtime show. As he was freestyling, different words were popping up on the computer screen, and he was switching every time a new word came up, and just completely killed it. So Harry is like the upper echelons for me, like the peak of the mountain you can get for freestyle rapping. And but I put Eminem there, like lyrically with a pen, which Eminem just came out with 2 new songs I found of Eminem's that we're going to react to that are just insane. But I don't know if Harry can do what Eminem can do, and I don't think Harry can do what Eminem can do. So you never know, but that's why I love music too, because it can just come from so many directions and something you're not expecting to blow your mind. You know, it all just depends. So without further ado, been requesting it, brother. Here we go, Ray Vaughn, rapping over Snoop Dogg's Lay Low. Let's see what you got here, brother.
Yes, sir. LA Leakers, just incredible. DJ Sour Milk.
Oh, we here tonight.
Oh, we heavy
It's Ray
tonight.
Vaughn.
Ray Vaughn.
I'm on some Long Beach shit. Snoop Dogg, my favorite rapper.
Snoop's
on,
his
dog.
favorite
Okay,
rapper.
it's only right.
He West
You
Coast.
hear it.
You know, rest in peace, Nate. The greatest.
The legend.
I
Nate
tell these
Dogg.
fake ass rappers, if you don't get involved, I'ma knock your ass out too. Look.
We got a point to prove tonight.
Wolverine, the way I heal through all my growing pains. I know niggas who got it worse, that's why I don't complain. Cream pie, you gotta see the shit I overcame. But I'm the last airbender, I control the wave. It's flexibility on their words, look how they been the truth.
Okay, he's coming. Okay, see again, freestyle. Whether he just wrote it and memorized it, or he's coming off the top, that's a bar. That was cold as hell. Said I'm the last airbender. Look how I can bend this wave. Then these other dudes, like how they bend their words, because they're not telling the truth. But I always say that about Eminem, how he can bend his words, you know, to make them like rhyme or fit in a specific like rhyme pattern scheme. But he's like, I'm the last airbender, the way that I can bend these waves. These other dudes are just bending words because they're not telling the truth. So that was like a double, and he flipped it. Oh, come on. All right, this man's starting off cold. Bro.
They don't like to show their true colors, cause they got hidden hues. I'm in a Billy Coupe with a bitch that look just like Betty Boop. No, 1942, she from the beat, so she get gin and juice.
Oh, right in and through with my 1942. She looked like Betty Boop. 1940, the old cartoon from way back in the day. But she's over on the beach. She gets some gin and juice. Snoop Dogg's old song from back in the day, Gin and Juice. Probably right in the 1942 low Cadillac. Oh, come on, it's a bar. Snoop.
The bitch keep going through my phone, she gives Top and Snoop. I'm legendary, like the night I met with Top and Snoop. I branched out and I started blacking. This is rotten fruit, but Top don't sign niggas who mumble or rap like Dr. Seuss.
Okay, he said, so it is Top. He said Top don't sign entertainers who mumble rap or talk like Dr. Seuss. So Top Dog Entertainment signed this dude. He's saying, this is what you're going to get from me. Like, I'm not no mumble rapper, just, or I'm not giving you freestyle. What do I, check all my other videos. What do I say about these Dr. Seuss rappers? That's what I call them. How, I put a hat on and it matches my cap to go fat rat in the back. And that's another reason why I put Harry Mack at the upper echelons, because he's taking freestyle and not being a Harry Seuss freestyler or mumble rapping so fast where you can't understand the words because technically he's not even saying anything. Come on.
I open fire on my enemies, it's case closed. The bottom bunk's the only time I ever laid low. See, they turn...
Little line just like that. The bottom bunk is the only time I ever laid low. Talking about like growing up, if you have a big family in a small house, growing up poor, I see it a lot now. My work, I deliver furniture, so I'm in and out of different houses. And when I grew up, me and my brother in the small bedroom on the bunk beds, you know what I'm saying? Everyone used to have the bunk beds back in the day to fit the kids in the rooms. And I go in these bigger houses and all these nicer places, I don't never see bunk beds anymore. But I always like the top bunk. My brother always took the little bunk. But so I rolled off one night. Speaking of the old days, man, remember them old metal cans? They came with a bunch of popcorn in it. You pop the lid off, metal can with the popcorn. But then after you finish the popcorn, when you use it as like a garbage can, you know, have like Bill's logos on it, whatever. And this was old, real old when the bunk beds didn't even have the railing. And I rolled off the top bunk and whacked the side of my head off that old metal popcorn can. Got like 17 stitches down the side of my head. Man, this dude's bringing back memories now. Using double was like the only time I ever lay low. Like when you lay low, you know, you're staying inside, you're staying in the shadows, you're not being too loud, you're just, you know, you're laying low, trying to hide. It's like, man, the only time I ever hide is when I lay low when I was on the bottom bunk. I was in bunk rooms in my room, laying down on the bed. You lay down to go to sleep, so he was laying low, laying on the bottom bunk. But I never lay low. Like, I'm never in the shadows. I'm out here. Let's go, man. This dude is fire so far. Bro, I see why you recommended me this one. I think, man, if we have to keep stopping to break down every bar, if it continues like this, it's going to be a 77-minute long video. Come on.
They cap on, you see they fake bold, I'm feeling generous. Watch me give his ass a halo, cause they...
He's fake bold. I'm feeling generous. I'll give his ass a halo. Like, oh my God, he's fake bold. He wants to act tough. You want to act tough, but if that's really what you want to do, I'll be generous. I'll give it to you. I'll give you a halo. The golden ring around your head. Like when you die or your death, like the angel has the golden halo. Like if you think you're that tough, step to me and watch what happens. Basically is what he just said. Oh, come on. I can't stop this bar for bar, bro.
They don't wanna see me eat. Well, what's the point of EBT? Locust ass nigga, I'm still flexing with that EDD. My auntie did my taxes this year. We ain't even speak. My cousin, he a crip, but they still blessed him with that PPP. I Jim carry my unfortunate events. From the bottom until now, I had to build it like suspense. I'm loyal, not barbed wire. Never been on the fence. And if pain makes you stronger, I'm Hercules with the strength. I've been...
If pain makes you stronger, I'm Hercules with the shit. Why did I tell you guys when we were reacting to Ren? I got the tattoos, right? That live for nothing, die for something. The angel and the devil tattoo. How I relate to music. I relate to Ren. Relate to Eminem. If pain is weakness, I'm Hercules. What's this I say? Pain is weakness, leaving the body. I literally had that tattooed on me too. Man, is this just a coincidence or a series of events that happened and how I start this YouTube channel and people throw me suggestions from songs. Ren, I never heard of Ren. Yet stuff he raps about I have tattooed on my body. Never heard of this kid in my life. Yet I have something that pain is weakness leaving the body. You know, like shit, if that's pain, I'm Hercules to this shit. Like he's gone through so much pain. I'm guessing he grew up poor. He was just signed to a new record label. So he probably just got his first bag. He probably just got that first real money he's ever seen. He said, I was back on the EBT. The EBT is like your food stamp card. It's for poor people or whatever, mostly people that live in the hood. You know, I have my food stamp card, my EBT card. Take it on. He's like, yeah, I'm on food stamps. I'm still flexing. Out here rapping with lyrics like this. I understand what bro had. Another, what I talk about in a lot of videos is self-confidence. He said growing up poor on EBT. So, yeah, that makes even more sense. He's on EBT, talking about growing up in the hood. He was sleeping on bunk beds. So, yeah, he grew up poor in a small house, sharing a room, probably had a lot of brothers and sisters that he used the food stamp card. But he knew one day that if he keeps pushing, he keeps grinding, the lyrics and the way that he's spinning these bars, he knew he was going to blow up. Come on, bro. That's tough.
Outside, and I ain't seen you niggas in months. Problems like Anthony Tippett, I gotta roll with the punch. Whoopee cushion, all these niggas out here faking the funk. Swimming.
Whoopee cushion, they're all out here faking the funk. A whoopee cushion is a fake fart, faking the funk. Like, and not to mention whoopee's faker than plastic. If you ask me, every woman on The View, if you watch that show, I'm sorry. But like he just said, I think they're all fake as Barbie dolls. But the way he put it, a whoopee cushion, faking the funk, like something that's funky, it's funky, it smells nasty, faking the funk, a whoopee cushion, a fake fart, faking the funk. Oh, come on, that's a double.
In depth, but damn, that's how you end up in trunks. They take you out midday, I guess you go in the front. I'm toxic, my bitch in the car, but put my bro in the front. I'm cold, they nose from the run, I paint your host in the butt. It's a lot of money in this world, I'm trying to go get a bunch. Look, warlock, we keep a room. I only ran from afternoon. Used to be in English honors, I know how to read a room. Paper play.
Ooh, let's go. He said, yeah, I used to be in English honors. I know how to read a room. Now, again, that's what I can relate to so much. Growing up, now obviously the only difference is I'm obviously white and he's black. But it was weird. I actually said this to a coworker earlier. I feel like, and if anyone agree, disagree, or want to talk about this, because it's kind of like a weird hitting something that's never really said. But us poor, white, straight guys from the hood, or like from poor neighborhoods, we really are a minority group of our own. Like, we're a piece of shit racist because we're white, but we're still piece of shit people because we're poor and live in bad neighborhoods. Or we're homophobic because we're straight. So being like a poor, straight, white guy from the hood, I mean, we're kind of stuck in our own little bubble. I don't even say bubble, but I kind of take it with stride because it allows me to relate to so many different people. And my family's biracial, so it's like I've seen a white privileged life, if that's what you want to call it. I've seen the black poor life, but I've grown up white in a poor neighborhood where I was using bunk beds, using EBT cards, hanging out with the wrong group of people. And man, just how it all come together. Like, you guys request this guy, and the YouTube channel just coming together, and he's all supported me, and something I didn't even think would happen. And then we get the 500 mark. Now we're almost at 550 already. Like, that might turn into that real platinum plaque one day, or silver, whatever it is that YouTube sends you. But just all this together, man. Let's go. This kid's fire, man.
No silver spoon, trial dates was coming soon. Granny used to say I'm doing.
Oh, that's what I meant to say as he's pulling up the EBT card. But how he landed that last bar. I was in English honors. I know how to read a room. I also say that too, right? If you follow my channel, you know I graduated with a 4.0 through high school and college. I was in advanced writing. That's what started me on like the music YouTube reacting to it channel, because I love reading and writing. And I was always in advanced reading and writing classes. So I'm in advanced writing and reading, but not reading in a book. He goes, I was in advanced English, so I know how to read a room. So that's another thing how I relate to him, because I was also in advanced English. But when you grow up in poor in those neighborhoods with hanging out with the wrong crowd, you need to know how to read a room. Like, you need to be aware of your surroundings at all time. You need to know who's around you at all time. You need to know who's doing something sketchy, or something don't look out of place, or why is he here? Like, you need to be able to read the room. Like, if you're in a situation that, you know, can ultimately go one way or another, like, you need to be aware of your surroundings. And he learned how to read a room. He's in advanced English, even though he's growing up in a poor neighborhood, might be out there gangbanging in the streets, but that don't mean that in school he was a dummy. I had perfect grades through high school and college, yet that's when I made the most dumbest decisions of my life. All the mistakes I made and all the crazy shit I did, I was holding down a 4.0 at the same time. So like, you go from an advanced English reading academics to running the streets. Nah, come on, man. This guy's fire.
Playing on me no auto-tune, EBT benefits. I was born a degenerate, chasing after comments cause family completing sentences. A lot of rappers in my age group really be hit or miss, but I don't miss shit, and I always got a hit to give. Long Beach yachts like my portion, it's off the top. This ain't musical chairs, ain't no tricking me out my spot. See,
He said they think they're playing musical chairs with me, like I'm gonna forget my spot. The old game musical chairs where you run around the chairs when the music stops, you sit down, and if you didn't sit right at the right spot, you lose your chair. He's like, no, they think they're playing musical chairs with me. No, I got my spot.
double cross me and thinking that I forgot. So into the finish line of my soul inside of a box is gonna be fuck y'all. My whole vibe on do not disturb, cause y'all put me through some shit that I did not deserve. Mom was banging 21st while all the gunshots occurred, and enemies get stumped like they forgot the words.
Like a rapper, when he gets stumped and he forgot the words. So yeah, his mother was gangbanging. She gets stumped like a rapper, like Eminem when he chokes, you forgot the words, you get stumped, or you get killed, like you can't speak. She got stumped like a rapper that forgot the words. Nothing just cut you off that quick. And that was his mama doing it. So growing up in the hood, holding down good grades in school, living through a life like that, come on, bro.
Too much love for me to hate on you. Speaking down behind my back, well then it's shame on you. Okay. I told the girl I thought I loved, I can't wait on you. And if you gotta lie about how you fuck with me, I'm straight on you.
I can't wait on the bitch you love. If you lying about who you fucking, I can't wait on you. I'm straight on that. Like, if you have to be secretive about your relationship, or I'm your side piece, or you're trying to find out love and you don't know what this is, and just, oh, fuck you and go, man, keep it moving. I ain't got time for you. Like, I want a real girl that's gonna hold me down, not, oh, you secretly fucking other dudes and have no morals and whatnot. Ah, come on.
Real, I know this shit ain't 100 cause I can feel it. They create their comic books and try to make you out the villain. I went from feeding the children to fucking hoes at the Hilton. I went from Dollar Tree to grocery shopping at Pavilions. For real, I want $1 billion on my plate and some mistakes. Yeah, reality checks is how I pay for my mistakes. Yeah.
Yo, that's a bar. Oh man, that was the coolest bar I had yet. I just said that too, right? When I was going to school and doing all that, that's when I made the most mistakes. That's when I fucked up the most. And he said reality checks is how I paid for my mistakes. Oh, come on. Reality check, the story I told when I was facing 5 years in prison, right? Just hearing that date alone in court was a reality check. Like, you make mistakes, you're going to pay for them. When reality smacks you, that's a son of a bitch. There ain't no check you could fill out. Ain't no dollar amount that could pay for a certain mistake. You murder somebody, you're going to jail for life. You can't pay for that mistake. But reality checks hit him enough. Like, he got smacked with reality enough times to realize, oh shit, all right, I got to pay for these mistakes with these reality checks, because if I make a mistake big enough, I'm not even going to be able to fill that check out. A reality check can't pay for a life sentence. Oh, man, that was deep. That was powerful.
I see you niggas riding waves. I'm on dry land, was broke then, but not a rolling flooded. Like high pants, way too amped up over exes and couldn't focus right. So right after I fuck him, I ghost him, my feelings poltergeist. The day shift niggas seem to think this happened overnight, but since 12, I've been locked in like COVID nights.
Like 12, I've been locked in like COVID nights. I've been doing this shit since I was 12, right? Like I just said, grinding, doing this music shit while going through this crazy lifestyle. He's been grinding since the age of 12. He's been locked in. Like, I'm locked in and ready to go. But locked in, like the lockdowns because of COVID-19, like, or whatever, COVID kept you locked in the house. But he was locked in on his lyrics at 12 years old. Come on.
I just had my back against the wall like checking shoulder heights. Y'all was playing GoldenEye, I was shooting with loaded dice. My wrist looked like a bowl of ice. Yeah, I'm antisocial, but somehow I'm still a socialite. So I don't want a bitch that's gonna get big-headed over lights. Tried to buy love, but quickly found out it was overpriced. The first in my family to do this shit, I'm the prototype. 30K a show, you doing open...
Doing 30K a show, you're doing open mics. Like, no, I'm at that level now. I'm getting paid for this shit. Like, You're still going to bars and asking to do it for free. Like, hey, I'll pay you to get on your stage. Now I'm at the point where I'm getting paid to be on the stage. I can see why TDE signed this man, bro. He's going bonkers. Freestyle or not, this could be on a track. Man, bro, I see why you requested this. I'm so happy I reacted to this. Come on.
I was raised by a gun, and it's ironic because my pops ain't give me no advice. Rapping in the car, but couldn't stay the same because there's no room to turn into a...
Rapping in the car, but kept it there because there ain't no room to be another star. Wait, come on, bro. Oh, man. Like, everyone, right? Especially, not to be stereotypic, but a lot of people from the poor neighborhoods or these gangbangers, there are a lot of them that are putting out this mumble rap. You know, this rapper shit, they all think like they're going to be the next one to blow. Like, it could be your own family. Like, holding you back. Like, no, I'm the only star in this car. I'm rapping to the music. He's in the back seat. Like, man, Dad, you're garbage, bro. Like, I'm going to be a way better rapper than you someday. Come on, bro.
Keep my feelings bottled up and hope nobody breaks the jaw, but gotta keep the lead on me. Whether win, lose, or draw, you get the bigger picture. Once you zoom in, business cards with Moo got them tying up some loose ends. Old friends jealous once you make it out the streets. Yeah. Once you show them too much love, they try to play you like you weak, for real. I love my brothers for not folding under pressure, and I be with Cam so much, I'm feeling like a whole director. My whole team buzzing out, it started up a high.
go.
Let's go.
Oh.
Zoom in. He's here. Zoom in. He's arrived.
We got to load one more up. You got the other one
Man,
up.
he's about to go.
Hey, let's go.
We ain't stopping. Let's
Oh,
go.
man, it slowed the beat down. Let's go. Oh, this is this type of shit I love. Okay, so now that first verse, honestly, if you ask me, it was probably, I'm not going to say written or like a freestyle, but he probably had some of those lines already formed in his head before he got them. Whereas Harry Mack, like I said, is getting the random words as they're generated, like on the spot. That's why I put Harry above. But when you're, I don't care, none of that shit matters. When you're spitting bars like this is like Eminem with a pen writing type shit. That's what makes me lean towards more. He probably already somewhat jotted this down. But then this beat switches to this slower beat. Probably going to slow it down. Maybe have more meaning to it. Because that also why I pick, like if you follow my channels, you know I like bar heavy shit. And that first verse was crazy with bars. I could have stopped at every single line. But then I also love songs like meaning and like a message to it. And so I don't know if he wasn't expecting another beat and come straight off the top, or if it's, let's just keep going, man. This dude is fire.
Stop. Let's move it out a little bit.
Ray Vaughn.
I'm talking
He's got
crazy.
the
It's a nigga with a
EBT
real
card on him still.
nigga with a deal with the EBT card. You feel me?
Come on.
Okay, yeah, you see? He said we're about to get real dark here. I just said that too. They slowed the beat down. So you see his mood change like that. That's another how you could know a good like artist. I would say artist, musician, when you see one, is what you'll hear it in his voice. You'll hear the influx in his voice. His cadence will change. But literally watching the video, you could see kind of his whole character change when that beat mellowed down. He pulled out the EBT card. He's like, all right, it's about to get dark over here. So now I'm guessing he's going to come with the more meaningful shit. So I'm getting a 2-for-1 at this. I get the first verse, bar heavy shit that I love. And then the second verse, I'm going to get the more probably meaningful shit that he loves, right? The irony of like two different sides of like how you could come to where you are. He has an EBT card in one hand, but yet he's wearing probably a $60,000 necklace on the other hand. Oh, let's go.
I'm about to take it over there to Beanie, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go get it.
But it's about to get real dark.
We got to do it.
Listen to me. I carry that kind of love in my heart that you would never find. See niggas scared of their demons. I make friends with mine.
He's about to get deep. Most people make demon or enemies with their demons. Like, no, I use my demons. I take them demons and skeletons out the closet and I use them to my advantage to grow, to deal with my insecurities, my vulnerabilities. Like, you use that negative stuff and you turn it into a positive. Because if you just look back on it and dwell on it, it's all you're ever going to be stuck on. And as long as it's stuck to you, it's just going to keep dragging you. You got to break that and use it. Shoot forward. Oh, he's about to get deep. Let's go.
I might have been the truth, but I never lied. I need something to feel alive when I'm dead inside.
Ooh. He said, oh, man, he might be freezing. He might be freestyling. Because he started, or he might both have them both written. Because in that first verse, he said, I'm the last airbender, about freestyling the words. And like they just bend the words when they're lying. He said, I bend the words, but I never lied. Telling the truth. So, man, if that is a freestyle and he tied it back to his first verse like that, that's crazy, but come on.
All my personal issues I'm learning to set aside. Cause I planted the seed and niggas came with pesticides. Give y'all my testimony, but never would testify. We'll buy lunch for the reaper to see who next to bitch.
Oh, first of all, I said shit, but I'll never testify. Like, that's my trial, but I'll never testify. Like, I will never, like, be in court saying that, but, like, this is my testimony. And, oh, man. Let's go.
I've been cold since the snotty nose. Since I was drinking tap water out the water hose.
This man is too relatable. Since I was a little boy drinking tap water out the water hose. All the time, man, you thirsty as hell in the house. You ain't got nothing in the refrigerator. The tap water you get from the sink damn near looks rusty. You're out, so normally not even in the house. You're usually in the driveway playing basketball because you don't have no cable. Sometimes the electricity's turned off, so you have no choice but to be outside. And the quickest drink right there, that green water hose coming out the house. You know, it's always got that little drip. Turn it on, off the throw it to the side. Man, that was the main source of our hydration was the garden hose. Come on, bro.
I was stealing shit from Trey cause mom ain't buy me clothes. Since I was robbing people's houses and got honor roll.
So I was robbing people's houses, but I was on the honor roll. I reverted to that back earlier when he made that comment about being in advanced English but reading the room. So yeah, he was on the honor roll. He was still getting good grades, but that didn't. That's why like people say, "Oh, pull yourself up by the bootstraps," you know, and do this. But then you got the other people saying like you got to look at the bigger picture, and he even says the bigger picture in this video, like Lil Baby's song video, The Bigger Picture. Like some people are just a product of their environment. Like it's not a choice. Like yeah, you get good grades, you have great grades, so you should, you know, in essence, have a straight route to college, a straight scholarship, get out of the hood, go to a good college, go to a good school, get out of the hood. But it don't always work like that. Like he said his mom was a gangbanger. I'm guessing his father wasn't around, so he was living in a house that had a share room, so I'm guessing there's multiple siblings on EBT. The mama was a gangbanger. So, yeah, he comes home from school, and that's the life that he's surrounded by. So he might be getting honor rolls in school, but he has to come home. You got to live. You got to eat. So he was robbing houses while getting straight A's. Again, I can relate to this man so much. This is crazy.
I was 9 when I made the decision. I'ma go platinum like FUBU. That's when I learned the same ones who love you or try to use you. Everybody trying to win, so nobody cry when they lose you. We had nothing in the crib we could eat but some ramen noodles.
Nothing in the crib to eat but some ramen noodles, right? So I just said nothing in the fridge to even drink. You got a water hose and some ramen noodles. But he said everybody wants to win, so nobody cares when they lose you. Again, he made that line about his daddy rapping in the car, but there's only room for one star. Like, everybody wants to win, so no one cares when they lose you. So, like, if you ain't benefiting them or you ain't bringing them in the spotlight, then they don't give a shit what happens to you. But as long as they can sponge off you and get what they need, then it's all good. Go somewhere. Go that way with that.
Every dog got his date. You better mark your calendar. Everybody get a shot, but I'm a different caliber. And
everybody gets a shot, but I'm a different caliber. Again, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Yeah, he went to college. He has a shot. Other kids don't have shots. But this is where he's saying you do. Like, even though you might have different shots, but I'm a different caliber. Like, my shot is going to pierce that armor. Like, my mom is a gangbanger, selling drugs. We can't keep the house around food stamps. But I'm a different caliber. Like, my bullet is going to go through those barriers. You ain't going to tell me there ain't no barriers that I can't blow through. And then going back where I just got tongue twisted on the last verse, he said, I would pay the Reaper to know who's going to die next. Like, or he said I would buy lunch for the Reaper to see who's going to die next. Like, he would, like, the Grim Reaper, you know, the ghost or the demon that comes when someone dies, the Grim Reaper. So, like, he'd go around gangbanging and seeing death and shit. Like, man, I wish I could buy him lunch. Like, I would pay him to wish I knew who was going to die next around me. Because at some point, the shit just comes not normal, but maybe, like, decentralized for you. Man, this dude is fire.
Crawling while you sleep or make you pick the pallet up. See, I was crying out for help, but wasn't screaming loud enough. So it was quiet for my fake brothers. Only 8 others. We turned to the Section 8 brothers. And we so tired, we squeeze through and they take cover.
Oh, yes. He says there was 8 of us. 8 brothers. But no, we were the Section 8 brothers. So like I said, he probably had a big family. That's why he was using bunk beds. Yeah, so that makes sense. 8 siblings. A single mother. That's a gangbanger. But he said, so we turned into the Section 8 brothers. Like, Section 8 is like affordable housing. That's more for poor people. It's called Section 8 housing. Affordable living. So he's like, there's 8 brothers of us, but we were the Section 8 brothers. And so we stuck together because even when they boot the door down and we're taking cover, like my mom is a gangbanger, I'm guessing a drug dealer, then if the house is getting raided, you and your brothers are, my house got raided because of some nefarious shit my father was doing. My little brother was, I think, like 6 years old at the time, handcuffed with a gun pointed at him and shit. Is crazy. But you're huddled up with your little brothers and your brothers taking cover. Like, the fuck is going on? Like, it's a crazy world to live in. Like, if it's hard to put yourself in that state unless you've ever lived through it. But again, the way that he's communicating and delivering this and shit is heartfelt. Again, you can't see that, but I got goosebumps listening to this. That's why I'm so happy you requested this shit. Like, again, I never even heard of LA Lakers or VAUGHN. And now look how you got me reacting to shit, giving me goose. If this shit gives me goosebumps, then you know I'm into it. The bars and the meaning and the message and the metaphor. Like, this dude is the whole package right now.
Arnold with the fist if they play busted. A builder's gonna take structure. Can't let them fake lovers. Cause shit, that's all on me. See, that's a domino effect. Cause they gon' fall on me. And if they fall off, I promise they could call on me. The pain I've been dealing with just built the wall on me. Yeah, too many questions. I just wanna ask my daddy, like, why you fuck with my mama and bring me into this family? Ain't expected I have me address it like send a Addy. 16 and 32, if you ask me, that shit is nasty.
Why you fuck with my mommy, my daddy? What? But you weren't even gonna address the fact that you had a kid or send the Addy. Like, address the fact that you have a child. Like, pay attention. Like, you're a father, you have a kid. You're my daddy, but you wouldn't even send an Addy. Like, we didn't even know where to find you. Oh man, the way he played on that rhyme, like, his wordplay is crazy.
Look, we used to pray for all them $100 sneaks. Standing by the stove just to get some heat. We was rocking dirty clothes. I had stains on my teeth. That shit stained on my mind. Cause my bed smell like pee. Look.
Yellow teeth. You're poor. Most places don't. This is still a problem going on today. A lot of places only take certain medical insurance to get your teeth worked on. A vital part of your everyday living is eating, talking, speaking to people, presenting your teeth. And most people can't even get their teeth fixed or worked on because they can't afford it. That's why you see more people growing up that have yellow teeth, or they're smoking more cigarettes because they're stressed out because they can't pay their bills. And growing up poor and having had the same single twin mattress till I was 18, or now me being older and going into these houses and removing furniture and beds and stuff from more poor neighborhoods, you see all the pee stains on the bed, and a single bed's been passed down through 3 generations of brothers now, or father to son even, and the yellow teeth and the pee stains, like, that's a stain on my brain. Like, my breath smells like, or my bed smells like pee stains. If you have the same bed forever, the yellow teeth because you can't afford to go to the dentist, it's just little everyday struggles that people that have money, that would never be a second thought even in their brain. Like, drinking water from the hose, or just eating ramen noodles for dinner. Like I said, dude still has his EBT card in his pocket as he's rocking his $60,000 chain. That's how you know that shit literally mentally will, like, change your brain, the way you see the world and the way you reflect on things. Like, it's implanted into your brain.
Buck used to have them fiends running in and out. My mama couldn't pay them bills, we couldn't keep a house. A lot of shit we didn't have, that's why we went without. While Steven tried to touch my sister, then he hit the couch. Damn, them Buena Vista days, I really miss them days. Half of them in a cage, other half in the grave. We grew but we didn't age. Torn from a different page, from a house that we didn't save. Black people don't sage, I used to live in...
He said most of us are in a cage or in a grave. Yeah, we all grew, but we didn't age. We were just torn from a different page. Come on. Bro, that just took the first verse and the second verse and combined them into one powerful-ass line for me. Like I said, not even the verses. Now he's going line for line. Like he's saying, all his homies that he grew up with are either dead or in jail. And, like, man, my bad, he's getting me all tongue twisted again. That shit was just fire. All my homies are dead or in a grave. Like, we grew, but we didn't age. Like, yeah, we grew up together, but it stopped at a point. Like, you didn't age. You grew up, but you didn't age. Like, you stopped right there because either you made that, you know how he said his reality checks paid for his mistakes? Well, he had a reality check to pay for it. All of his boys that didn't are either dead or they're in jail because they didn't have that reality check to sign over to pay for those mistakes. So he's got to think what you do, because you can come from the same neighborhood but have a completely different ending. Now this dude's making millions being a rapper and others aren't dead. Came from the same neighborhood, the same book, but you're from a different page. You tore out the page. Like, some are dead, some are in a cage. We're in the same book, but we're different pages. You got to make better choices, man. Even if, you know, you feel like you're at wit's end, there's no other choice you make. Like, you got to, my family's starving. I got to feed my family tonight. I got to go rob this guy with his gun and get this food. But next thing you know, you murdered someone for a few dollars, and now your family never gets to even sit down and have dinner with you again. Like, you want to provide dinner for one night for your family, so you rob and kill someone. Now you're not having dinner that night, nor dinner any other night for the rest of your life. When you could just slow it down, use that reality check as a smack, and take things baby steps. Get a minimum paying job, some shit, just to get started. You make that leap to a mistake that you can't repay, and that's it. This YouTube shit starting off. If you ain't got no money, everyone's got a phone. Start a channel, tell your story. Baby steps, you never know. Your story could blow. I never heard of this VAUGHN kid, but I tell you what, after hearing this, I'm definitely going to be listening to more of his music. I mean, the kid's a perfect living example right here in front of us, so I don't really even have to explain that.
Colors, as a lately, I just been in beige. Cause where I'm from, they let it ring. Who trying to get engaged?
I haven't been wearing colors, I just stay in beige. Because where I'm from, come like a different color if you want to get engaged. Like, engaged, like a ring. But if you wear a different color, like blue or red, he said he's from Long Beach, like California, that's real gang oriented, like a blood and a crip. Like, literally, you walk down the wrong street with a blue shirt on or a red shirt on, and they'll take you out. They'll kill you just for wearing the wrong color. And he's like, no, I've been wearing beige, like, and engaged, like a ring, like an engaged people come together. Or when you're walking down the street in a red shirt, now you're engaging with people in blue shirts just because you have on a different color. Now you are engaged in a fight that someone's probably going to end up dead, or engage, like an engagement ring.
Get a DP if you slide and you didn't engage. Caught in the middle, that's what happens when you center stage. Yeah, but that's what happens when you hate a man. Got me feeling less in these situations, I'm greater than the east of the city, so all my family's a Raider fan. Wanna talk to my dead homies, heaven ain't got a data plan.
He said, I want to talk to my dead homies, but heaven don't got a data plan. You can't call up to heaven. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's why I just said you have to make the right choices. Because some mistakes you can't repay. Some you can't go back. Heaven don't got a data plan. Let's go. In the words of No Life Shack, if you know, you know.
You ever put the seat back to sleep in the car? You ever live with somebody while they eating you starve? You ever looked in the mirror and just hate who you are? Or just to say and make you relive it? Or think of the scars? Nigga, I have 1,000 times.
Fuck.
VAUGHN.
Hold on, man. Now, before this started, you know, I saw the chain and I was gonna ask you about it, but I think the bars just answered my question.
Oh my.
Ain't no fucking question.
Boy, wait.
TDE about to run this shit. That's on everything I love. Top dog forever. We hustle like there's no tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't exist. You know what I'm talking about?
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
VAUGHN.
And I still got my fucking food stamp card.
See that, my brother.
Feel me?
Whoa.
Thank you for coming through the LA Lakers.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yo,
Been
you feel
hearing
me?
a lot about you for
Energy is unmatched.
Respect,
Bars
my
are
brother.
crazy.
Top
TDE
dog.
around the neck.
Top dog
on,
around
yes.
the neck. Man, when did this come out? This came out a year ago? 4 million views? I didn't even know that this was a year ago, though, and I'm just now hearing this. Bro, this dude is fire. Man, the way he, like, again, I'm not going to put him on a pedestal with Eminem, but when you can see the writing and hear the meaning in it, like, he's rapping about his life, like, real shit. You can hear the emotions in his words. Like, that's what makes it more powerful. But the first verse showed that he could go bar heavy, simile, metaphors, doubles. He could do that crazy too. But the way he ties it in with the meaning and the message, like, again, that's why music is so beautiful. You could take someone like this, Ray Vaughan, or I know a lot of you, my viewers, are Ren fans. What is the big difference between Ren and this man? Ren came up sick, physicianally sick, clinically sick, if you want to call it, like doctors and, you know, his illness, and he had to overcome that, and now he's a rising star. This kid grew up, even though he was getting straight A's, poverty, gang banging, drug selling mother, big family, and had to, you know, fight to survive. But they both overcame all the obstacles they buried, you know, the gang life, the gang culture, getting out of that, or being sick, or told you're going to die when you're 30. These dudes are, like he said, they're a different caliber than just body-piercing rounds, man. Just every bar has a meaning. That's a perfect way to put it with the song or verse or bars that I love, when every bar means something. Like, no sentence is a filler line. It's just fire. And that's why I love reacting to Harry Mack, because you know it's a freestyle every single time, because it's random different words every single time, and he hits the nail on the head every single time. Like doing an improv off the spot, on the dot, words right here, switch words, switch words, switch words, switch words. Which is, don't get me wrong, this freestyle is completely amazing. This dude, I still have goosebumps. The way that he can speak your thoughts, and Ren can speak your thoughts, and Eminem can speak your thoughts. And that's just the great thing about music, when these artists can articulate an emotion. I think that's the best way to describe an artist, when they can articulate an emotion or give me physical goosebumps just by listening to them speak. That's the music I love, man. Bro, big shout out to you for sending me this video. I'm definitely going to dive into more Ray Vaughan shit, and even this LA Leakers now too. You know, I've been ahead and watched probably every sway in the morning there is, but again, another reason I love this YouTube is I get introduced to new shit and learn new stuff every day, constantly. And a lot of you say that you love listening to me or learn from me or my humbleness or my story, but I'm learning and finding new stuff and loving it all at the same time. So it's a 2-for-1 deal for me. But yeah, that was TDE's new signee, Ray Vaughan, on LA Lakers. That shit was fired. We got, just going down the list of suggestions, a couple more Ren songs are in there, obviously. The dude blowing up. Back on the Harry Mack, and then we got a whole list of NF songs, who this man kind of reminds me of, in a sense of how he's spitting the bars, but like a deep, meaningful, because he had such an upbringing to go with them. And if you listen to NF, you know NF can articulate emotions. So we'll be down that rabbit hole, but that's this one for today. Again, shout out, bro, for sending me this way. That was fire, fire, fire. Keep the suggestions coming. If you ain't done it already, you already know, hit that subscribe button. Let's get that 1,000 followers, subscriber plaque up on that wall. Do your boy a favor. It's absolutely free. You ain't even got to fill out your name. Just hit subscribe. Boom. Catch all the videos when we drop them. LA Lakers, Ray Vaughan, fire. Until next time, y'all have a good night.